I got obsessed with drone footage. Not gonna lie, I kind of put myself in debt. It's a bit scary, but I'm having fun. My wife is like, "You're spending all this money on drones and you don't even make money off of it."
I mean, I'm with her on that. I'm with her on that.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yo,
What's your name?
my name is Mo.
Mo. Have we ever spoken before, Mo?
No, we have not.
Well,
I'm
what's going
excited.
on, Doug? Yeah, I'm excited too. It's I've said this before, but it's always crazy to me that after 4.5 years, there's still new people calling in. So I'm happy to talk to you.
Yeah. What's
What's
crazy is
up?
I've been listening to you for a few years now, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give him a call today. Life's been crazy.
How so?
So let's see. I did shrooms about 3 years ago, and that kind of gave me an identity crisis. And then about 2 years ago, I got married. Everything's fine and dandy, and I was, going to work 9 to 5, coming home to a wife, and I was like happy and whatnot. And then I started hating my job, just out of nowhere. I just started hating my job. Funny enough, I'm at the youth and family mental health counselor.
Hmm.
So I was like, I don't know. I don't feel like it's my calling. So I started working on starting a side business. I got obsessed with drone footage, like videography, photography, and not gonna lie, I kind of put myself in debt, and it's a bit scary, but I'm having fun. I don't know. It's definitely
Okay. Okay.
a lot to unpack there.
There's a lot to unpack there. How old are you?
I am 26.
26. Okay, and you're married? Do you have a kid?
Nope,
Okay. When did you get
not yet.
married?
December of 2022.
Okay. And you hate your job as a family mental health counselor, you said?
Yep.
And you're in debt from buying drones.
Yeah.
How much money in debt are you from buying drones?
Not an insane amount. I paid off most of it. I was at some point about $6,000 in debt. Now
Oh,
I'm
okay, that's not bad. That's not
2,500.
horrible. Okay, that's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
horrible. I've heard this worse numbers. But
yeah.
do you? So are you living paycheck to paycheck?
Essentially, yeah.
Okay.
With paying off my debt and everything, it's now paycheck to paycheck.
Mm-hmm. Do you make any money doing with the drone photography?
I'm kind of just building up a portfolio. I started it about 2 years ago. I picked up gigs here and there, but I haven't broken like probably $500.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I guess I'm sorry. I feel like I lost track. What did you? Was this what you wanted to talk about today?
Yeah, no, I'm definitely. I think right now I'm just looking for direction in life. Like, I don't know, and the hate for my job, like, has grown into like I was never like this, right? I was always like naive, kind, gentle, and now I'm kind of like, I don't know what's the word. I wouldn't say hateful, but discouraged and envious sometimes. Like I never felt envy until about now. Like, or just like these weak negative emotions. And it's definitely affecting my marriage.
Who are you envious of? What are you envious of?
Just like, people with a comfortable living, or like sometimes like I'll see somebody in the same situation as me and I'll start talking shit about them, which I have never done in my life.
You
It's
see
just
someone in
like,
the same, like somebody like in debt, and you start talking shit about them.
yeah, And I'm like, well, dude, what are you talking about? You know, like when I'm like alone in bed at night, I like reflect. And I'm like, what are you on about right now, man? Like, you should definitely like apologize. You know?
How is this affecting your marriage?
I don't know. I feel like I've definitely spent a lot of money since, because I started this drone business like 6 months after we got married, and I spent a lot of money just down that rabbit hole of wanting, you know, the latest and greatest stuff. And now I'm like, shit, dude, you got to get it together, because, you know, like my wife is like, you're spending all this money on drones and whatnot, only, and you don't even make money off of it. So I'm like, you're right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with her on that.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I'm with her on that. Especially if you want to, you're talking about wanting to have kids soon, right?
Yeah, hopefully in the near future.
Okay. So, I mean, basic like personal finance shit. You pay off your debt.
Mm-hmm.
You make an emergency fund, and then you invest whatever else you have on top of that.
Yeah, well, like the thing is, like, I know how to get myself, like, I've been in debt before, and then like before my marriage, I saved up about $50,000, and
where did that $50,000 go?
Wedding stuff. I also put down a bit down payment on a brand new car, travel, you know, stuff like that, instead of investing in a fucking Roth IRA or putting it in stocks or something. You know, I was kind of.
So what kind of car do you have?
I got a 2022 Ford Bronco.
Okay, I'm not a car guy. Is that like a nice car?
It's decent. Like, I like it a lot. It's probably my favorite purchase.
How much did you? So it's not even. You still have a payment on the car.
Oh yeah.
How much? How much is the car in total?
About 45,000.
Okay. How much equity in the car do you have?
I put down, I think, about 30,000, so I owe about 15,000 on it.
Okay. Could you theoretically? I'm not trying to tell you what to do with your life, but if you are asking me, yeah. I do like figuring out these things. Could you theoretically sell your car, buy a really, really, really shitty used car, and then take the difference and pay off the debt?
Oh, 100%. It's definitely something that I've been contemplating, especially because, you know, I initially bought the car because there wasn't much of it. They were having trouble with production. I was like, oh, I'll buy this car, and push comes to shove, I'll sell it for a profit. Because at some point, you know, it did sell for a profit, but now, like, they made so much of it that.
What? Wait. How are you gonna sell? Like, you're planning to sell the car for a profit?
I was at some point.
How do you? I mean, again, I'm not a car guy, but the cars like depreciate immediately.
So I bought it during the pandemic when there was a chip shortage, and they didn't produce much of the car. So people were like, there was a wait list to get the car at some point. And a lot of people would pay extra for other people's cars to get them, so they don't have to wait in that wait list. But now there isn't a wait list. There isn't anything. It's that was from a few years ago.
Do you want my honest opinion on? Do you want my honest opinion on your personal finance situation? Or because I mean.
Oh no, 100%.
Yeah, man, you should sell the fucking car and get out of debt, and just drive like a shitty car.
You know, I'm definitely down to do that. And you know what also is kind of tough. So my wife is Canadian, and I live in the States. So we live separately right now due to immigration stuff.
Oh shit!
And so
I thought you two were like living together.
Yeah, no. We've been living separately.
So for like... where do you live? Where do you live?
I live in Buffalo, New York.
And she's in Toronto?
She's a little bit south of Toronto in Hamilton.
Okay.
So it's about an hour and a half.
But so if you but I thought if you guys are married, doesn't she get a green card?
That's what I thought. We've been applying for like... I applied March of 2023. Like, because we got married in December, and we were figuring life out. She needed to graduate and everything. So I was like, oh, I'm going to apply as soon as she graduates. So I applied March 2023, and we're still waiting for a green card.
So how far is Hamilton from Buffalo?
About an hour and a half.
All right. Okay. So how often do you guys see each other?
Every weekend.
Every week. Okay, that's cool. That's good. And it's putting and the financial shit is putting a strain on your marriage because she's like, "Hey man, I'm trying to start a life with you, so I need you to not go into debt doing a bunch of bullshit."
Yeah, and you know, like another stupid thing that we did because I thought she was going to live with me is I leased an apartment, like a pretty solid apartment too, and that
you leased an apartment in Buffalo.
Yeah, because I thought she was going to live with me.
Is that where you live right now?
Not anymore. I moved in with my parents to hopefully be able to pay off my debt.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. So I think, you know, if push comes to shove, the car will be sold though.
Okay. I mean, yeah, dude. Is your car like tangibly making your life better more than not having debt would?
Well, my debt isn't like an insane amount. It's about $3,000. If, you know, I really budget, I could pay it off.
I know, but you could put $30,000 in your pocket, use $3,000 of that to pay off your debt, and then go on like fucking Facebook Marketplace or whatever and find like some shitty ass car that you can drive for like what? How much would that cost? Like at most, I don't know how much a used car costs off the top of my head, but let's say it doesn't cost any more.
Probably about $5,000 for like a decent beater car.
Okay, all right. You get a beater car for $5,000, and then you have $22,000 now. Instead of being in debt, you go from having negative money to having $22,000. Your wife is like, "Oh, this man makes sensible financial decisions." She gets her shit together. You guys move in. You can start doing a thing. You're a little bit closer to having some, room to, if you hate your job so much, you have a little bit of room to leave and go find a new one. To me, I don't know. I'm not you. I don't live your life, but these all sound like better things to have in your life than the car.
I think the separation is definitely the biggest issue with our marriage more than the finances. So we actually started applying to jobs overseas, and we're going through another government for another visa because my wife found a job in Saudi Arabia. So we're going to sell all of our stuff.
Okay, so you're about to you're about to move to Saudi. Okay, you're throwing a wrench. I'm over here trying to go Dave Ramsey on you, and you're throwing a fucking. So you guys are gonna move to Saudi Arabia?
Yeah, for like a year until the U.S. gets its shit together and we can live together.
Okay, so you're gonna live together with her in Saudi Arabia for a year.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do there?
I got family over there, so I'm probably gonna, you know, work in a family business for a bit, and she's a nail technician, so she's gonna do a nail technician job over there.
That sounds nice. So you're gonna sell the fucking car. So you're gonna sell that car anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So you don't even need to convince you of anything. You're already about to sell everything and move to go to Saudi Arabia.
It's literally bureaucracy that's pissing me off, because it's like I have to go through so many holes and doors just to get a green card for my wife, and now we're trying to get her a visa to move overseas, and we're doing the same shit again. So we're like throwing a dart anywhere and hoping it lands so we could, live together and hopefully start a family.
Well, that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia seems like a cool place. I want to go there at some point.
It's pretty.
All right,
nice.
I'm not worried. I'm not worried about you anymore. I don't think. I think you're gonna be fine.
Yeah. It's literally shut up and wait, but I hate waiting now.
Yeah, you just gotta wait. You just gotta live your life.
Yeah, I've been waiting for about a year and a half, 2 years now, so I'm like kind of sick of it. But that's why I'm trying to find opportunities elsewhere. But I also have to wait for those as well.
Okay, I mean, just sit in your parents. Just sit in your parents' house sell the car immediately. Sell that fucking car today. Get rid of that fucking car. Get rid of the fucking car. Hang out in your parents' place and just save money.
Sounds reasonable.
Yeah, and then eventually you'll go to Saudi Arabia with your wife, and you'll do fun, cool things.
Yeah. No, that's the plan. I cherish traveling, and I feel like that would be a great experience for us.
Okay. Just one, I'm going to let you go, but just one thing. If you really cherish traveling, if I were you, I would spend as little money as possible on stuff so you can save it so you can have the freedom and flexibility to travel. And you can still, if your hobby is like drones and photography, you can still do it. Just buy shitty versions of the things.
Well,
at the end of the day, the expensive versions are not going to be. They're not going to fill your soul or help with your hobby as much as. It's not going to be that tangential of a difference between the shitty ones.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely was thinking, I could start a business off of it. And then I was a year and a half, 2 years down the line, I'm like, man, you're an idiot. People could go to Walmart and buy
buddy, start your business with the shitty equipment first, and then once the business starts, start it with the shitty stuff first.
Yeah.
And then you don't if you want to go into a business that has a startup cost, just go in with as little overhead as possible, especially if you aren't making any money yet.
Yeah, very true.
I mean, this Gecko suit, it costs $60.
All right. Yeah, well, that's fair. I appreciate you, Gecko Ramsey, and I really enjoyed this conversation with you.
I really enjoyed this conversation with you too. Go ahead. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I just felt very discouraged about myself and my situation. And, you kind of just let me know, hey, you just got to wait a bit. Things are going to get better.
Yeah. No, I think so. Yeah, you're fine, man. You're fine. I mean, sell that car and get out of debt. But other than that, you're fine. You're fine. You and your wife see each other every weekend. If you guys were living on different, if she was in Alaska and you were in France, then it'd be one thing. But if you guys see each other every weekend, you got a plan. I'm not worried about you as long as you sell the car.
Well, I appreciate you, man. That car will be sold soon.
Wouldn't it be funny if I bought it? If I wanted you to sell it so I could have it?
I would be like, you better pick it up in the Gecko suit.
No,
I wouldn't be as mad.
Well, anyway, is there anything else? Is there you want to say anything else before I hang up on you?
Oh, no. I'm I'm just happy to talk to you. I've been a fan for a few years, and
Thanks, man.
you know, it's been a great conversation. Thank you, man.
Thanks,
Have a great
man.
day.
Thanks. What's your name again?
Mo.
Thanks, Mo. Take care.
See ya. Bye.
That was Mo. I don't know. I kind of blacked out for that. That was a really chill conversation. I liked talking to Mo. I hope he's gonna be fine. Yeah, I sold my car, and I fucking hated having a car. I really do. I really like. I mean, New York is more expensive than other cities, but you don't need a car, so it offsets a lot of that cost. But I also just fucking hate cars because I hate that I might kill someone. I can walk the entirety of New York with a very little chance that I'll accidentally kill someone. But if you're driving around in a city where there's people walking, there's like a... I looked this up. I went on ChatGPT. I looked this up. It's something like one pedestrian dies every like 3 days in New York City or 2 days. That might be completely wrong, but that's what I think I remember it saying, which is crazy because I thought it would be way more. I thought at least 5 people get killed by cars in New York City every day, but apparently it's way less. But even then, it's like so I guess there's, but like around the fucking world and the country and the universe, I mean, people are getting fucking killed by. I hated having a car, but sometimes you need one to do stuff. But it's nice if you can live somewhere that's not, where you can just walk around and not kill people. And then, like, you get a dent in your car, or, like, something goes wrong, and you go to the Jiffy Lube or the deal, like, there'll be, like, a little dent in your car or something. And then you go to the people, and they're like, yeah, this is going to cost about $3,000 to fix. Or you fuck up someone else's car, and it costs $1 billion. It's just they're just so expensive and annoying. And then you get mail when you have a car. When you have a car, you just get a piece of mail that says you owe the Department of Motor Vehicles $50. They just do that. They just send you an invoice for $50 just for no reason. There's like emissions testing shit. Well, they'll be like, you have to come in to get your car emissions tested, and it costs... It's just so annoying. It's just such an annoying experience. But you need it in, like, everywhere you go. So, I don't know. My legs chafe, too. That's one of the trade-offs. I have big, fat, thick, doughy, piggy thighs. And they chafe when I walk, and I feel bad. It makes me feel gross. And those are the times where I'm like, you know, it's worth it to have a car so that I don't have to face my thighs scraping together. But that's the cost. That's the cost. Hello?
Dude, holy shit. Hello?
Hi, what's your name?
My name is Raya.
Raya.
I'm so flabbergasted right now. What the fuck? I can't believe
Raya. What's up, Raya? How you doing? How's life?
Dude, I'm locked out of my apartment right now, and I just had just such a long, shitty day at work. Like, there's all these old people yelling at me, trying to fix their organization, and I haven't eaten all day, and I've been in a depression spiral for the past, I don't know how long. Like, this is just a bad day, and I'm locked out of my apartment. I can't even I can't even go in and rest.
Yeah, you sound very stressed out right now.
Yeah, I'm waiting on maintenance to come and open my door, but I don't know. I don't know when that's going to happen. Last time it took them an hour.
Well, can I ask you that? Do you have like in your building? Is the hallway pretty? Is it like what's the hallway look like?
Is the hallway pretty? No, it's just like there's like another neighbor, and they're like right on the it's like a little corner, right? So it's my door on one side of the corner, and then it's their door, and then there's a trash chute, and yeah.
What color are the walls?
Like a sea grayish blue.
Okay. Is there anything pretty about like the wall color, like that you can? I'm not asking if it's like a luxury building, but like, can we look at a color and be like, that's a nice color?
I think some people would look at it and think it looks like millennial gray a little bit. It's an old building, so, you know, they tried to, like, revamp it by coloring the walls. I don't know, like, it's like, I don't know how old this building is, but it's like, it's the kind of doors where it's like, if you walk out, the door automatically locks behind you, and, like, I don't know why they do that. Who is that helping?
Yeah. Oh, if it makes you feel any better, I've locked myself out. I've one time locked myself out of my apartment, had to go to the like leasing office to have them let me back in, and then immediately locked myself out again, and then had to go down to the leasing office to have them let me back in.
Yeah, that's kind of silly.
So, Raya, it's all right if you just want to chitter chatter, but I'll ask you this. You sound like you have a lot going on. Is there anything in particular that you called in to want to talk about? Anything at all?
You know, I am like really scared of like growing alone and like losing my job and not knowing how to take care of myself. And also, I have this like weird thing going on where like I feel like I'm trying to date and find someone, and I don't even know if I like people. I don't know. There's just like a storm of thoughts, and it can just like spiral so quickly, and I don't know where to begin because I never thought like I'd even get on the show. And like I've thought about it before.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, what would I talk about? But like,
no, this is all. Yeah. No,
I saw you at your show. I saw you at your show in Somerville.
Cool. Oh, that was a long time ago.
And like, dude, I didn't know what to tell you. I didn't know what to say to you. Like, I stayed afterwards to talk to you, and all you said to me was like, you look colorful. And I was like, thanks. And then took a picture and then left. And I felt like so lame. I was like, no. Yeah.
No, that was perfect. That was perfect. Wait, are you talking about the one from earlier this year or from 2022?
This earlier this year.
Oh, at that like community center place.
Yeah, it looks like a fucking
that was
castle,
cool.
Right?
That was cool. That was cool. Yeah, with the clown guy.
Yeah, he annoyed me. I don't know.
Well, anyway, okay. First of all, just so you know, everything's all good. Everything's super chill. Let's talk about this. So you're trying to date, and you're afraid that you are going to die alone and grow up lonely forever and lose your job, and all these horrible things are going to happen to you.
Yeah, when you say it back to me, it sounds really like lame, and I'm kind of embarrassed. I like told you that because I have friends that listen to this.
Hold on.
Sorry.
Well, so first of all, don't feel lame, because I just need you to know I am also on a daily basis afraid that all of the same things will happen to me. So you don't need to feel lame. Are you afraid that your friends are going to hear this?
A little bit. Like, I feel like people look at me and like pity me. And so, yeah, I guess I'm just adding to that image of like a lame person. Like, I'm not the cool person that they first met. Like,
yeah, but trying to build like an image, your image isn't helpful to you in your actual life?
Why?
So,
what do you mean?
Well, hold on. There's so many things I want to talk about with this. Let's just start here. How old are you?
29. I just turned 29.
And are you like on the dating apps and stuff?
Yeah. It
Okay,
sucks.
how's that going?
Dude, I feel like every like normal, like sane human person like found each other when they were like 25 to 27 or something, and then they got married, and then now it's just like crazy people out here like me. Like I'm not that crazy, I don't think. I think I'm pretty normal. Like I have a job, I live with a roommate, not my own. So, but I don't know. It just feels like there's so many people who aren't in touch with themselves and their like thoughts that it makes it hard to get to know them on a deeper level, and it's tiring.
Yeah, it's very tiring. I'm no expert on success in this arena, but I'm an expert on failure in this arena. And I too, I spent a lot of time on dating apps and whatnot, kind of trying to find someone. And just recently, I deleted my presence on those apps, and I just decided to kind of try and like find peace and be at peace with myself. And I did that like a week or two ago, and I'm feeling really good about it. And I felt like I kind of feel like, well, you said, do you feel crazy?
Yeah, because it's like, why doesn't anyone like me? And then when they do, all of a sudden they freeze up and go away.
How long have you been trying?
I feel like I've been trying for years. Like I feel like I missed my window. Like my prime years were during COVID when I was like 25 to 27 or whatever, and I feel like I just missed my time period. And like it doesn't help that I'm a woman and there's these expectations and like all these stereotypes about like, you know, if you're alone by like 30 or whatever, then there's something wrong with you. And even if there isn't, well, it doesn't matter. Like no one wants you.
Well, I mean, let's talk about, do you like just in general, do you like your life?
Yeah, I'd say so. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got good friends. Like they're not always there for me. Like, okay, no, that's so rude to say. So, okay. No, they're there for me in the big moments. Like they plan stuff for my birthday. They talk to me about their struggles, and that makes me feel good because I feel like I'm getting to know them deeper and I can help them out. And I think I just miss what I'm missing from my life is having someone to like build it with, or like just experience moments together and like have someone to reflect on them back with. Like my friends, they all have like partners, and it just feels lonely because it feels like I'm not their primary person, so like I'll never. And like I have this whole like thing about like relationship anarchy. Like I wish like everyone kind of like lived like that, where it's like their primary partner isn't actually their primary partner. It's like
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I know. No, when I know what you mean, you kind of want to feel like, it can be hard when you feel like you're no one's like primary person, right? Because like you go out with all your friends, and you feel very close to them, but still when you go home and you kind of go into the real depths of your life, you can kind of feel alone and like there's no one else there. I get what you think. Yeah.
And I'm like, I've talked to a therapist and I'm on medications and stuff, and like I've been doing this for like 7 years now at least, and it's just like it feels like, when am I gonna like?
When you hold on. You said you've been doing this for 7 years. Was this?
Like the whole like going to a therapist and doing individual therapy and group therapy and all these medications. It feels like it's like, is there something wrong with me? Like, and like, am I autistic? Am I just not diagnosed? But like, my therapist doesn't think I'm autistic, so I guess I'm not. But who knows? And like, I feel like I have so much riding on, can I find someone to be happy with?
Yeah, and that's the fucking.
Like,
But you understand, like, that's kind. I've really learned this. Like, there's a paradox there. This is a real paradox because it's like when you have so much riding on trying to find a relationship, I think it paradoxically keeps you away from one, and it also makes it so that, like, I mean, if you're trying to find somebody else, it's so hard because I strongly believe that, like, relationships, not just romantic, but just, you know, the relationships you have with other people, they're gonna be the biggest source of happiness that you have in your life. And by the way, I'm not an expert on this stuff. I'm really fascinated by this paradox, and I'm really trying to kind of figure it out. And I talk to a lot of people about it, and I think a lot about it. The paradox of, like, relationships that you have with other people, again, not just romantic, relationship anarchy, as you said, are some of the biggest sources of happiness. And yet, if you're on the search for a romantic partner, but with the context of, I'm going to find this person and they are going to be the missing puzzle piece that makes me happy, that's too much to put on someone else. You know, that's an unreasonable request. And it's gonna fuck you. And even if you do find that person and you have so much stock tied up in them, that feels kind of dangerous to me. But it's a fucking paradox, because you should, if you're gonna fucking, like, get married to someone and they're gonna be your primary person and you're gonna build a life with them, you should have a lot of stock in them. They should be one of the primary things that make you happy. So it's a weird paradox. I don't know what to think about it, really, but
yeah. And I feel like the dating apps aren't really designed to actually make you or help you, like, find other people. Like, because I don't see any incentive for them to do that, really. Because don't they want to keep you on the app? So, like, and, like, I don't know. It feels all kind of hopeless. And it's hard not to let it get to you. And I try to fill my life with hobbies and things. And it seems like I'm, like, eternally trying to find something else to fulfill me. And I don't know what I'm doing with my time. Like, and it doesn't help that, like, my family is all, like, my dad's, like, he's super, like, hardcore Muslim, and I grew up hardcore Muslim, and I've, like, gone against, like, everything he's ever taught me. And so, like, whenever I visit home or whenever it's a phone call, it's always about, like, let me find a Muslim man for you, and then everything will be fine. And it's just, like, I don't really care about the Muslim part so much. It's just that, like, there's so many, like, traditionalists who are usually Muslim. Like, they're not, like, chill. Like, they're, I don't know. I'm getting into a different topic, but yeah. Like, I don't know if I'm making sense right now. Sorry, I'm bothering.
No. I'm just thinking about your situation. It's not an uncommon situation. Yeah, I don't know. Do you have friends?
Yeah, I have friends. They're like, I have my Discord friends that I like gamed with during COVID, and I've like met them all in person, and they're all across the U.S. But we don't really talk too much anymore. Like it feels like, everyone's got their own life going on, but we catch up every now and then. Maybe sometimes I go on a trip. I have some friends here in my city, and they're cool. Like I try to do like a social meet up with one of my friends like every week at least. Like I try to, because I feel like it's really easy for me to self-isolate, so I try to plan things ahead with people, and I'll try to use dates as well as a way to be social. But going on dates it doesn't fill my cup as much as
No.
Yeah.
Well, when's the last time you just quit all your dating apps and you were like, I'm just not doing this for a little while?
Literally like 3 days ago.
Oh, okay. Okay, so three. Okay, so you did that 3 days ago, and then
but
before
I've done
that,
it before. I've deleted.
Okay.
I've deleted many times before, and then gone back on it.
What's the longest streak you've gone not being on it?
I don't know, like maybe like 7, 8 months.
Okay. Do you feel happier during that time?
I think so. I think
All right.
like it's kind of like a feeling of resignation of like this isn't working. I know it's not going to work, so I'm not going to be on there. And so, but it's not like, oh, I'm going to try to find someone in real life. It's more like
I'm just not
find someone.
I empathize with you. It's such a weird fucking paradox of like the people by the way, I believe you like, it's a weird fucking paradox of like trying to find happiness alone. But then if you're happy alone, why would you want another person? But then if you find another person, it's just a weird paradox that I don't have any answers to. But if it makes you feel any better at all, you are not the only one trying to figure out this paradox.
Do you ever get caught up in your image as like a person outside of like the lizard suit? Like, do you ever think like, oh, maybe if I was like, okay, I'm projecting, like,
Go ahead.
like basically my thoughts are like, okay, if I worked out more, if I like, just like got totally shredded, then I would find someone.
Yes.
And then it's like because I'm not getting shredded, it's my own fault that I haven't found anyone. But I know that I've been in relationships before. It's been more than 3 years, I think, since my last relationship. So it makes me feel like, oh my god, that was it. I didn't even know. Like, that was my last one, and I'm not going to find anyone anymore. And I wasn't shredded then, and I've never been shredded, but like... Oh.
Yes, but to answer your question, what's your name again?
Raya.
To answer your question, just hilarious that I feel extremely called out right now in a good way. I literally, I deleted my dating apps and stuff like a week ago, and I was absolutely of the mindset of like, okay, we're going to get shredded first, and then we'll come back. That's what we got to do.
Exactly.
I literally was up. I deleted them, and I was like, okay, we're not coming back to this until we get shredded, or because it's not going to work unless we get shredded.
But I do that every time. And then like I'll be like, okay, I'm not that bad looking. Oh, let me just like download it and just see what's out there. And then I end up back on the apps, and that's how that happens.
Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, you're completely ruining the idea that I had that things will be different when I return.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I think it's good. Yes, I have done that same thing. I think a lot of people do that same thing. The second part of like, what was the second part of the thing? It was like, if I'm not, I'll never find someone.
Oh, if I'm not shredded, then I won't find someone because I'm not shredded, that's my own choice of not being shredded. And so that means it's my own choice that I'm not finding anyone.
Yes, I have followed down that path of logic before. How much of it do I believe? I believe about. I'm not going to go like motivational on you and say that I don't believe those things about myself, because that would be hypocritical of me. I mean, it is a choice, I think, to not be like in shape, but I think that's I look at it, I mean, for myself, I mean, look, I'm like fucking, I did my BMI today. I'm about 3 points over obese. Is it my choice? Yeah, it's my choice. To say it's not my choice would not be helpful to me, because then I take the power away from because you feel, I assume you feel powerless in your in your journey, and you're clinging to things that you think, okay, I can do this to influence this journey in which I feel powerless. This is a little bit of power I can take back. That's how I feel when I say to when I have the same thoughts that you're talking about, where it's like,
and then
you
get
shredded,
hope. It gives you a glimmer of hope.
It gives you a glimmer of hope, but that's what you need. You need to find some fucking avenue in which you feel like you can take control.
Yeah. I don't know. And I'm like a tall girl too, so it's just like, oh my God. Sometimes it's just like, I feel like people just like other, like, I feel like it's so stupid. It's so stupid. I feel like I'm basing so much on like my image, and I know I have a great personality because I know I think I'm a good conversationalist. Like, people say like I have charm and stuff, and they say all those nice things. But at the end of the day, it's like, I'm not beautiful enough. I'm not like, I don't fit the aesthetic standards of like what's popular right now, which is like being a short, cute girl. I sound so whiny, and I know that. And I know, like, it's like, oh, I know I sound like envious, and it's true. I am envious. I wish I was just like, I wish I had the kind of face that was like cute and like makes you want to take care of it. But like, I feel like I have like this really stern face, and it's like, I can't change it. I have to work with what I got. And, yeah, I don't know.
My brother in Christ, I have been there. I have hated my appearance, and for lots of times over the course of my life and in recent history. I really, it's weird. So a couple days ago, I've been trying to go out into New York a lot more and like do stuff. And I went to this thing on Saturday. It was like it's called a formation circle. Like, there's like a reading, and then everyone talks about it. There's a reading about enoughness, and it was like this idea of like, when will you ever be enough? And we talked about it, and it's another fucking paradox. It's another fucking paradox, because on one hand, I'm very practical and very logical, and I like, and you take up some power in that, right? Because you go, okay, I have the power to make my appearance better, and I have the power to, like, get shredded, as you say, and that's the little power I'm going to take. And I don't think that's bad. I think it's good to make positive life changes for yourself. But then on the flip side of that, the internal universe, I don't think you can do it by hating yourself the whole time. And I think you do need to like accept the way you have to, like, accept the things you can't change, accept your height, accept what you look like. Know that you can change things about how you look, and know that you can make more positive decisions, and there are things in which you have control, but you also need to balance that with some acceptance so that you're not just fucking walking around hating yourself all the time, because that's not healthy. Like, it's like going to the gym and losing weight and doing all that stuff is healthy, but so is accepting yourself and not hating yourself and not being stressed and anxious all the fucking time. That's healthy too. So it's
True.
kind of
I guess,
it's a weird balance you gotta kind of reach.
yeah. I guess, like, hating myself hasn't, like, transformed me. Well, I don't know. I feel like I grow the most when I throw myself in the water, like in the ocean. And in certain scenarios, like, I feel like I used to be, like, really introverted until, like, I got this job where I had to do a lot of public speaking. And then I feel like that forever altered my personality, or, like, cracked my shell. And, like, I feel like I need to, like, make this change or something dramatic to change the course of my life in a good way. And, like, I'm just like, I just blame myself. I'm like, why haven't I done that already? Why haven't I gotten shredded already? Like, because there's plenty of people who hate themselves into being better. So I don't know. I can't conceive, or the thought of, like, love. It sounds cringy to say, but loving yourself sounds so, like, just like woo-woo to me, and, like, but like, kind of just seeing yourself as, like, enough, I feel like is more attainable. And maybe, I guess I could work on that.
I know I know I similarly have felt like this, like, the rejection of wanting to love yourself because it seems like woo-woo-y. But I just have been thinking about this stuff, and lately I do think that you can have both. You can love yourself and feel woo-woo about the world and blah, 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 but also be like, well, I gotta kind of fucking do shit, too. You know? Like, I've been trying to not be in a rush anymore, and trying to I'm trying to be anxious less, and that might make me a little bit less productive. I don't know. I'm still, a lot of this stuff is kind of I talked about that either last episode or a couple episodes ago.
Yeah.
But
do you get high a lot still, or ever? I can't remember, but, like, I think there was this, like, one time you said on a show that, like, you've gotten maybe high twice on a show, but the reason why I bring this all up is because, like, I find myself getting high a lot to, like, try to, I don't know, I feel like I'm in a more accepting, free thinking mode, and so, like, I'll make a lot of changes and feel like I have more free will when I'm high, and so I'll try to like motivate myself to make these changes. Like, recently, like last week, I went on a 4-mile walk, just, like, totally high and listening to Enya and stuff, and, like, I was like, hey, if I could just get high and just walk 4 miles every day, then maybe all this weight will fall off, and then I'll be, like, this totally brand new person. And I don't know. Anyways, I find myself getting high a lot to just do things, and lately it's been backfiring, and instead I get, like, into this whole, like, spiral of, like, hating myself. So now I'm like, well, fuck. Well, how do I motivate myself to, like, to still keep living, to still, like, try, you know? Like, right now, the meds I'm on, they make it a lot easier to deal with these thoughts, but the thoughts are still there, and they still hold me down. But I'm not, like, you know, suicidal, at least, so.
Yes, I still get high. I still get high a lot. I thought you were gonna. I got a little nervous because I thought you were gonna say something like, you said in one of your early podcasts that you were quitting weed.
Did you?
And I was.
I don't know.
Maybe. I hope that. That's what sucks.
Like
that's one of the downsides of just saying whatever into a microphone, is that people will be like, hey, you remember 2 months ago you said you were gonna do this, and you just fucking totally didn't do it at all. And then you have to be like,
I know,
oh,
dude,
shit.
you freaked out. You freaked out when, like, there was a caller, like, a couple episodes ago that was, like, quoting you. And, like,
Oh, yeah.
the way it made you feel uncomfortable was kind of funny because I would also not want my words thrown back at me.
Yo, I don't at all. But I listen. Anytime I want, I can destroy all of this. I can just hit the X. I can never have to go on the internet ever again if I don't want to.
We would be sad if you did that.
I don't plan on doing that. But
That's good.
Anyway. What's your name again? You told me about 5 times, but
Raya.
Raya. Well, Raya. Well, there's one thing I do want to mention about this is, it's interesting to hear you say, like, it's interesting to hear, like, a woman's perspective on this, because, like, myself and a lot of other, like, guys that I know have also been on the whole train of, like, I need to get shredded before, like, I put myself back out there. And I think with dating in general, there's all these, like, you go on, like, Twitter or Threads or whatever, and there's a lot of, like, gender wars about it and whatnot. But I think when you get down to it, it's like the emotions surrounding this process and the feelings and the thoughts and the ideas, they are universal and I think shared by both genders. A lot more of the feelings and the emotions. Obviously, there's things that are like specific to the male experience and to the female experience, but I think there's a lot more that is shared than is talked about or acknowledged.
Yeah,
I don't know if you agree
feel
with
like
that.
No, I totally agree with that. Like, I don't really see I don't really see gender. No, I mean, like, I know that there's like gendered like stuff and issues, but like in general, like for instance, romantically, when I like look at a person, like I'm like trying to see them for them. Like I don't really see it as like man versus woman and this like whole like thing on like trying to find someone to have in your life romantically, because I think that just works against us. I mean, if we just saw each other as people, like maybe most of these issues wouldn't exist of like, yeah, I don't know. I think it's a system working against us if we like think of it in like a gendered manner of like, oh, all men are like this or all women are like this. Like,
sure, yeah, definitely.
It's not helping anyone.
Well, Raya, are you still in the hallway of your apartment?
Dude, yeah.
Well, I hope that whoever's coming to let you out comes soon.
Thank you.
Thanks for sharing your lived experience. Thanks for talking on the phone.
Yeah, thanks for talking on the phone with me about it. Like, it's nice that you're not like trying to like give me like diluted advice or anything, and just talking about your experience with it as well. Like, I feel like that's more real than, people just being like, be positive,
If I had any good solutions for you, I would. Well, I guess we talked about a few, but I guess we're all just trying to figure it out. Raya, is there anything else you want to say to the people at the computer before we go, or anything to say before we go?
Thank you for listening, and thank you for accepting my call, and I hope everyone doesn't feel lonely and finds someone.
Have a good night, Raya.
Bye.
Oh, damn it. Okay, I was trying to think of a post-call thought, but any post-call thought I would have had would have just been me regurgitating things that I already said over the course of the call. I don't have any new information to add as a post-call thought. Hello, folks. It's Lyle here. That's the end of this episode, but get this. I'm releasing a bonus episode this week. That's right, an entire extra hour of the podcast that you can listen to by becoming a premium member of Therapy Gecko over at therapygecko.supercast.com. Supercast subscribers get access to bonus episodes. They get a completely ad-free podcast feed of the regular show. They get recordings from my live shows, members-only streams, and they help support my ability to continue doing this podcast. So here's a clip from this week's members-only bonus episode.
So he had a watch that was worth $200. You knew it was worth $200. You lowballed him for $50.
Yeah.
Are you put in a lot of situations while working at the pawn shop that you feel morally questionable about?
Nah, that's about it. Just like ripping people off with the money. That's about it.
Mm-hmm. What kinds of stuff is there anything in the pawn shop you think I might like that I should buy? Do you have gold teeth?
Gold teeth?
Yeah, gold teeth.
Oh, gold teeth? I mean, we can make it for you. Just for you.
Can you make them green?
I can make them any color you want.
All right, I'm coming down there.
If you want to hear this full conversation, you can sign up to become a premium member at therapygecko.supercast.com or find the link in the episode description. That's therapygecko.supercast.com. All right, I have nothing else to say.